And this is for the sanctuary. I don't know what to put it. We'll finally put it. Maybe in Shabbat. Okay. So, no more blind side.
Okay. I have that one too.
Oh, I want to see it.
Not by art school, though. It's a Gabba's manual put out by the by GTX.
No, it's a different one. Oh, I got that one before I moved to Halifax. I want to see it. And
It's called the Yad Torah. It's very interesting.
Okay.
But I don't remember it having Mishaberas on it.
No, the one, the article is a whole book of Mishaberas. For every single situation.
Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that either.
It's a hardcover. It's got
Good Shabbos. Did Joel tell you what I said about you missing softball?
No.
He said, "Where's the big L?" On Thursday, he goes, "Oh, I think he's with his aunt from out of town from Minneapolis." He said, "Yes, I'm familiar with Leon's family. I want you to deliver a message for me." He says, "What's that?" "That's a soft excuse."
You said?
That's what I said. To see his aunt. So have lunch with her. Have breakfast the next day. Who's that?
4 o'clock. 95.
He would have wanted you to play. Sorry if I'm insensitive.
No,
I'm just trying to make a joke.
No.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you know what?
Will that be one of ours, or is that going to be?
No, it's going to be here. We're meeting with one of you, I guess, next week. It's going to be Tuesday.
Oh, I may end up doing it then.
Yeah.
I may meet them on Monday then. Okay.
Somebody's meeting them on Monday, yeah. I think.
Cool. Good to know.
Hey, at least it wasn't Monday, though.
Where's your Pinchas? What about it? I brought my spear just in case.
Oh, that's a dirty joke.
At least it wasn't Monday.
True. Yeah, look at some of these people, right? Gotta give them a spear.
הנה מה טוב יהיו מניים, שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב יהיו מניים, שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב יהיו מניים, שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב יהיו מניים, שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים אוי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד שבת אחים ויחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים אוי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד שבת אחים ויחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. Good morning, Shabbat Shalom everyone, and welcome to Congregation Shari Zedek. It's great to have you here on a beautiful day like this. I always say the same thing. When I come into Shul and I see blue sky, nice weather, beautiful sun, I said, nobody's going to show up today. And yet, here you are, celebrating Shabbat with your congregation. So it's so great to have you here. We are so honored that you actually choose to celebrate Shabbat in community over going to, I don't know, the park, the beach, cottage. So it's great to have you here. So welcome. We also welcome everyone that is watching online over YouTube and listening on TuneIn Radio over the internet. Amazing that we have different ways to connect to each other. And this is a Shabbat with a beautiful parsha. I'm pretty sure Rabbi Leibel is going to teach us more as we read the Aliyot. But there is something that caught my attention, and it's the fact that we are reading about the holidays in this week's parsha. Towards the end, we are reading about the holidays, not the Hagim. And what is interesting is this is a very important, very special time of the year for the Jewish people. I don't know how many of you are aware that between the 17th day of the month of Tammuz to the 9th day of the month of Av, we have 3 weeks. In fact, that period is called the 3 weeks, or sometimes we call it Bein HaMetzarim, in between the narrow places. Why? Because this is a semi-mourning period. We remember the breach of the wall of Jerusalem that eventually, after 3 weeks, ended with the destruction of the Holy Temple. So it's kind of a sad time of the Jewish people. And the rabbis were wondering why this parsha always falls during these 3 weeks, Parshat Pinchas, where we read about this amazing event of the holidays, of the Hagim, where we celebrate, we are together with family, we talk about joy. You know, one of the mitzvot of the Hagim is to have joy. It's amazing. So the rabbis explain that this is a message of hope in between this period that is a sad and challenging period. And so when you come every week to celebrate Shabbat, that is also a holiday, it's a reminder that Shabbat should be also a symbol of hope, in the sense that you may be facing some challenges. You may be going through difficult times. But you have to remember that Shabbat is here to bring joy and hope. To remember that beyond everything that is going wrong in your life, there are lots of things that are still going right. The fact that you are alive today, it means that God still has a great purpose for you on this earth. And Shabbat is the time when we reconnect with that divine purpose that each one of us has in this world. So let's get ready to celebrate Shabbat together. Let's get ready to bring all this joy. And the best way to do that is to participate on this service. Don't be a spectator, be a participator. And if you do that, you will see that you are going to go home with a different spirit. Spirit full of joy, and spirit full of faith. So let's begin together counting blessings with the Birkot HaShachar. Page 5, please rise. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan la'asech v'ivina le'avchim ben yom v'layla. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani betzalmo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorihin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Israel. Together. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokei achivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurihim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokeif kefufihim. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz salamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa li kol tzoreki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hameichi mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Israel bigevurah. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Israel betifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, anoten layaef kohach. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, and you may be seated. We're going to continue now on page 8, which the first of our praises to God. And this is very interesting, the fact that we start our services praising God. Usually in real life is the other way around. We start complaining, and then eventually if things go the way we want, then we praise, right? That's the same with people. First I ask you what I want, and then I would say thank you. But here, I don't know if you notice, we reverse the order. We start saying thank you, and then eventually we're going to reach a point, which is the Amida, when we will have an opportunity to ask God for what we want. And this is coming from a place of faith, in the fact that we are thanking God in advance for having God in our lives. It's the faith that God knows what we need. You see, this is the confusion. We usually ask God what we want, right? But in reality, God is giving us what we need. So the synagogue is the place where you go from knowing what you want to knowing what you need. That's why we start thanking God in advance, because we know for sure that God is going to give us all that we need. Page 8, Psalm 150. Hallelujah, el bekodesho, Hallelujah, birkiauzo, Hallelujah, bikurota, Hallelujah, kerov gudlo, Hallelujah, bedeka shofar, Hallelujah, benevel mechinor. Hallelujah, betofu machol, Hallelujah, beminim veuka, Hallelujah, betzilzele shama, Hallelujah, betzilzele trua, kolan shamate, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Please rise for the mourners. Kaddish, page 46. Itgadal ve'itgadash shemei rava. Ve'almad divrach yidute ve'yamlich malchute ve'chayechon u'v'yom echon u'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv ve'imru amen. Shemei rava mevorach le'alam u'le'olmei olmayah. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דעמידם בעלמה וימרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרמיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. You may be seated. We'll return to page 10. Second paragraph, Shochenad Marom. Shochenad Marom וקדוש שמו בפי ישרים תתהלל ודברי צדיקים תתברך ובלשון חסידים תתרומה, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש. Bottom of the page, the חצי קדיש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי נאווה בעלמא דיברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי כל ויום כל ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יש מרבה ממונה לעלם לעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה ושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירם בעלמא ויאמרו 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 ויאמרו. Please rise for the Baruch, our opportunity to bless the name of God. Page 12. Baruch et Adonai ha-mevorach. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uborech osher oseh shalom uborech hakol. And you may be seated. We are going to continue on page 13. We have the second blessing before the recitation of the Shema Israel, V'ya'er Eineinu, where we ask God a simple request, just to let us see the world through the eyes of Torah. It's actually, I believe, our whole life should be dedicated to that task, to be able to appreciate and to look at everything through the eyes of Torah, and to appreciate or sometimes to judge everything, not based on when we read online or what social media tells you, but based on what Torah is advising us to do. Page 13, V'ya'er Eineinu. V'ya'er Eineinu b'toratecha, toratecha, v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, b'mitzvotecha. V'ya'er Eineinu b'toratecha, ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך, ויחד לבבינו לאהבה ולדעת שמך, ולא נבוש לעולם לעולם ועד, והאר עינינו בתורתך, ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך, כי בשם קודשך גדול והנודע בטחנו, נגילה ונשמחה בישועתך, והאר עינינו בתורתך, ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך. And in preparation for the Shema Israel on page 14, let's recite the blessing on page 13, the last blessing, the blessing before the Shema Israel. Let's say it together. Let's say it together. We can read it. You don't read here, you have the phonetics there. Baruch Ata Adonai Habocher Ve'amo Israel Ve'ahava. Page 14, Shema Israel. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 You can open your eyes. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Everybody, come on. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 And on page 15, first Hebrew paragraph, Ve'ahavta, let's sing it together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha. Ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzaveka yom al levavecha. ושינמתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך שוכבך וקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Please continue silently with the recitation of the Shema Israel at the bottom of page 15, and then we continue on page 16 and first paragraph of page 17. Hayam Shema Tishma. Adonai Elohechem Emet. And in the middle of page 17, let's pray together the words of victory. Victory over obstacles, any obstacles that we may have. The words of the Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נודע תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נודע תהילות שידה חדשה שיבחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני אמלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נודע תהילות עושה פלא. Please rise. צור ישראל בעזרת ישראל ובטחנו מחייהו בישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, כמוך נהדר בקודש, נודע תהילות עושה פלא. ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. So it's time for our Amidah. Remember, I mentioned we open our services with praises. But this is the time when we connect with God to let God know, well, what we want. What we want. Hopefully it will match what you need. But meanwhile, it is okay to ask God for everything you want. That's the way God said the most important thing is for you to establish a relationship with your Creator. Such relationship that you will feel comfortable to open your heart and share with God whatever you really want. You want to share with God your joy? Go ahead. You want to share with God your tsuras, your difficulties? go ahead. Go ahead. But feel the presence of God close to you. Close like you will feel your best friend close to you. That's the Amida. So we are going to start praying together, singing together. First, 3-4 pages until the Ledor Vador. And then after the prayer, Ledor Vador, you will have an opportunity to continue silently. And that will be the time to do your own, to share with God your own prayers. So for that part, you have the option to use the words printed in the prayer book, or you can replace those words with your own words of prayer. Let's start together, page 18. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו אהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם, אדוני, מקיים עדים אתה, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מקיים עדים ורחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה המתים. Bottom of page 20. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו, בשמי מערום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זלזל ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. Page 21, second paragraph. Az, rush, 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 rush. Az, בקול רעש גדול. Az, rush, 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 rush. Az, רעש גדול. אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, אדיר וחזק, אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול. אז רש 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 רש, אז רעש גדול. מתנסים לעומת סרפים, מתנסים לעומת סרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו. אז רש 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 רש, אז רעש גדול. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כמלכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון וקרוב ימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים. ואיננו תרונה מלכותך כדבר האמור ושירי יוזך על ידי דוד משיח צדקך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימות לעולם ועד. בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך. ברוך אתה Please continue with your own private, silent prayer. Yeah, once you finish, you may be seated. The Kaddish Shalem, page 32. יתגדל קדש מדבר ועלמא דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי ויקום יום יקום וכתק בית ישראל ואגנב זמן גרי וימרו יש מרבה מבורך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך משתבח פתרון פתרון ותנצה ויתדר ויתל על שם דקודשה בריקולי, היי, למה יקור חטא ושידתה, תושפחתה ונקמתה נמידם על מה ואימרו תתקבל צלותנו ותיאן לכל ישראל כנובון ושמיה ואימרו יש למה רבה משמיה וחיים עלינו ולכל ישראל ואימרו עושה שלום ממרומה והוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואימרו Please rise for the Torah service on page 33. Vayehi vinso Aharon vayomer Moshe Guma Adonai veyafutzu oivecha veyanusu mesanecha mipanecha כי מציון תצא תורה כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה תורה ברוך שנתן תורה תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושה Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Ka'adol Adoneinu, Ka'adol Shemo. Echad Eloheinu, Ka'adol Adoneinu, Ka'adol Shemo. Gadelu Adonai ti. ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, כל בשמיים ובארץ, כאדוני הממלכה והעם נעשה לכל ראש. רוממו, רוממו, אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו, והשתחוו, לאדון רגליו קדוש הוא. רוממו, רוממו, אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו, והשתחוו, להר קודשו, כי קדוש, כי קדוש, אדוני אלוהינו. Lai 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 la da 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 lai 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 la la da da lai la lai lai la da 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 la la da lai 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 la la da lai 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 la la da lai 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 la 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 la
Yasher Koach, Rabbi Mas, and to everyone from the front, sounding like absolutely beautiful, singing together. So great start to the morning. Take a seat for now, please, and let's switch to our Chumashim, our red Etz Chaim Chumashim, so we can now follow along with the next part of our service. Keeping in mind what Rabbi Mas said, to continue being participators, not spectators. And so we're going to follow along with the Torah reading as we read from Parshat Pinchas. Rabbi Mas alluding to that earlier on, that is this week's Parsha, Parshat Pinchas. We're in that third triennial year cycle, so we never get the immediate continuation of what happened at the end of last week. But if you remember, it was quite a dramatic moment with Pinchas, the title character of this Parsha, killing this Israelite and the Midianite woman he had taken and shown everybody in front of the camp that he was having this relationship with, and went into their tent and with the spear got them. And this moment of rage actually ended the plague that killed 24,000 Israelites and everyone in the end of that first generation, with the exception of, I guess, the two spies who brought good reports, Yehoshua and Caleb, and then Moshe, who's still around, but we know he won't make it into the land of Israel. So it's now a completely new generation. That plague has been checked. There are a couple of other very interesting stories in the first parts of Pinchas that we skip over this year that we've read in other years. Another census taken because it's in the new generation with roughly the same number of males over the age of 20, maybe about 1,500 fewer. And then there's a very interesting story that's always worth mentioning about a man named Slofchad, who only had daughters, and an issue of inheritance because the daughters kicked up a fuss saying that they wanted to have a share in the inheritance of their father's land. And Moses goes to God, and God tells Moses to listen to the women. So it's this very progressive, a good starting point from thousands of years ago for women's rights. But we don't focus on that in today's particular reading. Today, as Rabbi Mas mentioned, we go through what scholars call the cultic calendar, the calendar of the festivals, the chagim, and the order they appear by the calendar of the Torah, right? We have to be aware of the fact that there are two calendars at play, the calendar of the Torah and the calendar that we use. The calendar of the Torah begins in Nisan, the spring. The first month, when the calendar was established, was the month of the Exodus. So you'll see Pesach comes up first, and then the rest of the holidays follow in chronological order, ending with Shmini Atzeret, which has been in the news a lot lately, right? Because that's where they've got the election scheduled, right? Yeah? You all read the newspaper? Yeah? This crowd still knows what the newspaper is. If it was like a 25-year-old and under crowd, I'd be like, you all read Twitter, right? So, Anyway, we'll get to Shmini Atzeret after. I appreciate the pity laugh, by the way, Lawrence. You're good. Thank you. We'll continue in just a moment. But yeah, so it goes through the order of all of the festivals. And this is such an interesting reading. I jokingly said to Bonnie, I should have made Bonnie do the entire Torah reading. Remember whenever we have a holiday, we take out a second Torah, and we read about the sacrifices that were done in temple times on those particular holidays. If you're a regular shul goer, you've seen this. If you even just come on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, you've seen this because we take out a second Torah on those big holidays too. And those readings come from this parsha. So, it's very, very useful, and it's an important time. This is the scholars who talk about the Torah being a composition of different sources that were put together and redacted over time, attribute this particular reading to the priestly writings, which is interesting. I'm just going to mention that now because later on there's something worth mentioning that comes from that. So just keeping in mind. So the sources that really elevated the role of the descendants of Aaron, right, the Kohanim and the Leviim, into their role as being kind of the cultic leaders, right, in the temple, in the Mishkan, the tabernacle before that. And so that makes a lot of sense, right, because it's very focused, not on the other aspects of the holidays for the most part. Like we won't see the lulav and the etrog when we talk about Sukkot. It's really a focus on the animal sacrifices. And it's always good, I think you get an idea, kind of subconsciously almost maybe, or maybe not, maybe it's more overt, of the hierarchy, the ranking of these holidays in terms of the amount of livestock, the number of animals that were sacrificed. Some holidays have more, some have fewer, and it's interesting to see which ones are which. So follow along in the Hebrew, follow along in the English, read some of the commentary, and we'll have a couple of notes as we go along. First up, our first Aliyah of the 7 is our first holiday in the calendar, Pesach, right? The calendar we use, of course, starts in Tishrei, and we'll talk about that when we get to the Rosh Hashanah one later on. But we begin on page 931. We're in chapter 28 in the book of Bamidbar, book of Numbers, and this first Aliyah is verses 16 through 25. V'yazor v'yim v'yoshir l'chol achlosim v'nomar amein akol avogad el Eloheinu tnu chavod l'Torah tamod Elisheva ban Moshe HaKohen v'Rusya l'Aliyah Rishona Baruch Shenatan Torah Moshe b'dushato ve'atem advekim b'Adonai Elohechem chaim kochem hayom.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hayamim natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Uvachodesh harishon
ב-14 יום לחודש פסח לאדוני, וב-15 יום לחודש הזה חג, 7 ימים מצות יאכל. ביום הראשון מקרא קודש, כל מלאכת עבודה לא תעשו. והקרבתם משל לאדוני פרים בני בקר, 2 ואיל 1, ו7 כבשים בני שנה תמימים יהיו לכם. ומנחתם סולת בלולה ושמן, 3 עשרונים לפר, ו2 עשרונים לאיל תעשו. יסרון תעשה לכבש האחד, ל7 הכבשים, וסיר חטאת 1 לכפר עליכם. מלבד עולת הבוקר אשר לעולת התמיד תעשו את אלה. כאלה תעשו ליום 7 ימים לחם משרך ניחוח לאדוני, על עולת התמיד יעשה ונזכור, וביום השביעי מקרא קודש יהיה לכם. כל מלאכת עבודה לא תעשו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
We continue in a moment with Sheni, our second of the 7 aliyot. Page 932, this reading is verses 26 through 31. Moving on to our next holiday, which is Shavuot. But first, just a quick word on what we just read. In the description here, it's actually 2 commemorations, 2 celebrations. First, you have Pesach, first month, 14th day, an evening celebration, the Pesach, these kind of private, personal sacrifices that remind us of that sacrifice of the lamb that led, right, the night before, or the night of the Exodus, right? That's kind of like us doing the Seder. And then starts a 7-day festival on the 15th day, which you have to remember is a full moon. Interesting to take note which holidays start on full moons. Pesach, or I guess what we call Pesach now, but what's called Chag HaMatzot. So there's kind of 2 separate celebrations, right? First the Pesach, then the Chag HaMatzot, and over time they've kind of been fused into one. Pesach also, in the early spring, marks the beginning of the barley harvest in Israel, whereas what's up next, Shavuot, marks the beginning of the wheat harvest. And we know that Shavuot, weeks, comes from the fact that it's 7 weeks after Pesach. You'll see that there's no actual date given. All the other holidays have in the blank month, on the blank day, not for what we're going to read here, because Shavuot isn't fixed on the lunar calendar like that. It's all dependent on Pesach. So we continue. Sheni again, 932, verses 26 through 31. Yehuda ben Avraham Halevi. And what is your name? Yamod Yehuda ben Avraham Halevi Verisya Laliyah Shniya.
ביום הביקורים. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Vaed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Uvyom abikurim. Behakrivchem mincha charasha l'Adonai b'shavuotechem. Mikra kodesh yelachem kom lechavora lo tasu. Vikravtem ola l'reach nichoach l'Adonai. Parim bnei bakar shnayim ayel echad. Shiva chevasim bnei shana minchatam סולת בלולה ושמן, 3 עשרונים לפר האחד, 2 עשרונים לעיל האחד, יסרון לכבש האחד, לשבעת הכבשים, סיריזים אחד לכפר עליכם, מלבד עולת התמיד ומנחתו תעשו. תמימים יהיו לכם ונזקיהם.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Next is Shlishi, our third of the 7 aliyot, page 933, on to the next chapter, verses 1 through 6 in chapter 29, which will be what we call Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the year, right? The 2 calendars at play. But in the context of the Torah, it's a little bit different. Just one last thing on Shavuot before we move on. I mentioned that these writings are attributed to the priestly source. And in the priestly idea, Shavuot was not a pilgrimage festival. In fact, in places in the book of Ezekiel, there's no mention of it being one of those 3 holidays where people all over Israel gathered up their goods and made the pilgrimage to the temple to offer sacrifices. We do see that in Devarim, in the book of Deuteronomy, which we're getting to. But interesting that in the priestly source, there's no mention of that at all. Just thought that was kind of interesting. Also interesting, Rosh Hashanah. So for us, that's when we commemorate the beginning of the year. And it's kind of where the agricultural season turns over, right? The 7th month. It later leads to Sukkot in the same month, and that's the big harvest, the end gathering, and then the beginning of praying for rain and the whole thing starting again. But what is really significant is the number 7, right? Tishrei in the calendar of the Torah is the 7th month. And we know that Rosh Chodesh, the new moon, not the full moon, the new moon, was a big, big deal. The calendar based on the moon for the most part. It's a lunar calendar. So the 7th new moon is kind of like the Shabbat of the new moons. So what Shabbat is to the days of the week, Rosh Hashanah is to the Rosh Chodeshim of the year. Makes sense? The 7th one. And so it's a special one, and its kind of trademark feature, as we're about to see, is something that we still do to this day, the sounding of the shofar, making it a Yom Truah, a day of great acclaim, a day of shofar blasts. So let's read about it. Page 933, verses 1 through 6. Pamela Brooker is our honoree. Tamod tova b'Moshe u'tzivia l'aliyah shlishit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. ובחודש השביעי באחד לחודש מקרא קודש יהיה לכם, כל מלאכת עבודה לא תעשו, יום תרועה יהיה לכם. ועשיתם עולה לריח ניחוח לאדוני, פר בן בקר אחד אייל אחד, כבשים בני שנה 7 תמימים, ומנחתם סולת בלולה ושמן, 3 עשרונים לפר, 2 עשרונים לעיל, ויסרון אחד לכבש האחד לשבעת הכבשים, וסיריזים אחד חטאת לכפר עליכם, מלבד עולת החודש ומנחתה, ועולת התמיד ומנחתה, ונזקיהם כמשפטם, לריח ניחוח, אישה לאדוני.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu et Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Just before you slide over to this side, Pamela, let me wish you Yasher Kochech. And you're going on a journey. You're going on a trip. Will you tell us where it is? Are we allowed to ask? Oh, okay. Something for good things, hopefully, yeah. So whenever someone's about to go on a journey, whether by foot or by car or by plane, we offer Tfilat HaDerech, a special blessing. So we say, Misha Beirach, Avotenu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarif Garachav Leyahu Yavarech Et Tova B'Moshe V'Tzivya She'alta Yom Lichvod HaMakom V'Lichvod HaTorah V'Lichvod HaShabbat HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yishmor Otav Et Kol Mishpachta V'Yatzliach Et Darka V'Yishlach Bracha V'Tzlacha B'Chol Maseh Yadea Im Kol Yisrael Achea V'Nomar Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, bless Pamela, who has come for an aliyah this morning with reverence for God and respect for the Torah and Shabbat prior to her travels. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, that you guide her in peace. May the journey to her destination be peaceful. May she arrive vital, joyful, and content. Please protect her from every danger on the way, from every difficulty on the path. May you bless Pamela's mission, granting her grace, loving kindness, and compassion. May the Kadosh Baruch Hu bring blessing and success to all your worthy endeavors, together with our fellow Jews everywhere, and let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, Yasher Kochech. Safe travels, Nisiya Tova. We'll see you when you get back. You can tell us all about it. Continuing on now, our fourth aliyah, Revi'i. Our next up on the holiday schedule is Yom Kippur, the 10th day of the 7th month. Page 933, verses 7 through 11. Ready? Yeah, okay. Yamod Elchanan ben Aryeh Lev v'Reizol Aliyah Revit.
V'natan lanu et Torto, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Uve'asor lachodesh hashvi hazeh mikra kodesh yelachem v'nitem et nafshotechem kol melacha lo tasu v'kravtem olal Adonai reach nichoach par ben bakar echad ayel echad kevasim bnei shana shivat mimim yulachem uminchatam solet blulav hashamen shlosha esronim lapar shnei esronim la'ayel ha'echad isaron lakeves ha'echad leshivat hakvasim sirizim echad chatat milvad chatat hakipurim velad tamid uminchata v'nizkehem.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tachenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Chamishi is next, our fifth of 7 aliyot, as we will move on to the holiday celebrated on the full moon in the 7th month, the 15th day, the beginning of another 7-day festival, Sukkot. Just one last thing on Yom Kippur. We see this phrase, Ve'initem et nafshotechem, you shall afflict your souls, is the literal translation. It's often translated in the English as, you shall practice self-denial, which from sources from comparing in Isaiah and the Psalms we learn means fasting, right? Fasting on Yom Kippur. Kind of an interesting little way that it page 934, verses 12 through 16. Yamod Shimshon ben Avram v'Sarah l'aliyah chamishit.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך,
Baruch Adonai Borach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Uvachamisha asar yom lachodesh hashvi. Mikra kodesh yelachem kol melech avodah lo tasu. V'chagotem chag l'Adonai shivat yamim. V'kravtem ola ishereach nichoach l'Adonai. Parim b'nei vakar shlosha asar elim shnayim kevasim b'nei shana basar tmimim yiyu uminchatam solet belulav hashamen shlosha esronim lapar echad lishlosha asar parim shnei esronim la'ayel ha'echad lishnei ha'ilim Bisaron isaron lakeves haechad l'arba asar kvasim usirizim echad chatat milvad olad atamid minchata veniska.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chai Olam Nat'a B'tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. The sixth aliyah of our 7, Shishi, is next, page 935, verses 17 through 28, as we go through the rest of the days of Sukkot. We didn't do that with Chag HaMatzot, with Pesach. We just did the first day and the seventh day. But for each of the days of Sukkot, the sacrifices are specified. Interesting. Also, as you were following along, you would have noticed 13 bulls on the first day. 13 bulls alone, by far more than any other holiday. It's absolutely crazy. By the end of the whole cycle, we'll see 70 bulls, which is a significant number we'll talk about at the end of the next aliyah. 70 bulls will be sacrificed over the 7 days, in addition to many other animals. It's just a staggering number. And the question is kind of why? You have to remember that in the context of the Torah, and then later writings, like when King Solomon, when Shlomo dedicated the temple, it happened at the time of Sukkot. In this world of the Torah, the number one holiday, the holiday that was actually known as, in temple times, Hechag, the festival, was Sukkot. Nowadays, without being too disparaging, just kind of being realistic, it kind of feels like a pain in the butt after all the work of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. No one has a ton of energy to keep it going with Sukkot. But it really was the holiday because it was the harvest, the final harvest, the big one. When the Pilgrims landed in the early 1600s at Plymouth and they modeled their Thanksgiving celebration, what do you think those super religious people had in their minds when they were modeling their feast? Sukkot. Kind of cool, right? We'll talk a little bit more, but now we're going to comb through most of the rest of the days, and then it'll continue into the last aliyah. Again, Shishi, 6th aliyah, page 935, 17 through 28. Yamod le ben Asher v'Rachel, aliyah hashishit.
If I was you, I would probably remember certain people's names too. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Uvayom hashenim Parim b'nei vakar shnei masar elim shnayim kevasim b'nei shana arba asar tmimim uminchatam v'niskehem laparim la'ilim v'lakvasim b'misparam kamishpat usirizim echad chatat milvad olad atamid uminchatav v'niskehem Uvayom ashlishi parim ashtei asar elim shnayim kvasim b'nei shana arba asar tmimim uminchatam v'niskehem laparim la'ilim v'lakvasim b'misparam kamishpat usir chatat echad milvad olad atamid uminchatav v'niska Uvayom aravi parim asara elim shnayim kevasim b'nei shana arba asar tmimim minchatam v'niskehem laparim la'ilim v'lakvasim b'misparam kamishpat usirizim echad chatat milvad olad atamid minchatav v'niska Uvayom achamishi parim tisha elim shnayim kvasim b'nei shana arba asar tmimim uminchatam v'niskehem laparim la'ilim v'lakvasim b'misparam kamishpat usir chatat echad milvad olad atamid uminchata v'niska.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Continue with our final aliyah, Shvi'i Maftir, our seventh, in just a second. You can get ready, page 935, verses 29 into the next chapter, verse 1. Bonnie whispered to me, it's kind of like Groundhog Day. What she meant was that the trope, it's very repetitive. You may have picked up on that. But it's not like Groundhog Day in the sense that each day is not a duplicate of the day before. One fewer bull every day. First day of Sukkot, 13. Second day, 12, 11, 10, all the way down, one fewer each day. That's how we get the total of 70 that we'll see as we wrap it up here in the next aliyah. When there was a debate over lighting the Hanukkah candles, this is a famous debate that illustrates the disagreements between the house and school of Hillel and the house and school of Shammai 2,000 years ago, right? Where Hillel won pretty much every single argument. Shammai was advocating that when we light the Hanukkah candles, we start with 8 on the first day, and then 7, and then 6, and 5. And his rationale was that to mirror the bulls that are sacrificed on Sukkot, for real. And then Hillel won the argument saying that you increase your holiness, not decrease your holiness. I always kind of liked the Shammai idea because it felt like a countdown, right? You start with the most days, with the most excitement, and then it also kind of mirrors the fact that the oil was slowly burning out. But that wasn't Shammai's rationale. His rationale was to mirror Sukkot. But he lost. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of interesting. The other thing that's interesting is that number 70. By the end, we'll have 70. And in the Talmud, it says that there, in addition to Israel, there were 70 other nations of the world. And because this was the Thanksgiving holiday, the end of the harvest, the Israelites, over the course of Sukkot, offer a bull for each nation for God, for Thanksgiving on their behalf. Kind of an interesting concept. And that's something that is still kind of, hung on this day. Today, a lot of times there are major interfaith celebrations around the time of Sukkot using that Talmudic interpretation as a basis for it. After Sukkot, there is another holiday, kind of separate from Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret. Atzeret, an assembly, a gathering. And the idea, the way the Talmud describes it is, it's like God hosted a 7-day party where he invited representatives, or on their behalf by proxy, from all the nations of the world. But then he sent them all home after the 7th day and told the Israelites to hang back and let's have that little after party just for the two of us. That's the way the Talmud describes it. I've kind of changed the language. And there's a note on that in your Chumash if you don't believe me. But it's interesting. And of course, as we talked about at the beginning, Shmini Atzeret, which is probably the least well known, maybe with Shavuot, in the general community of all the Torah holidays, is really factoring in these days because that's where the government has scheduled the federal election, and there's a lot of people who are in opposition to that date. So Shmini Atzeret is kind of on people's minds. And we'll read about the end of Sukkot and Shmini Atzeret now in our final Aliyah, which is again 935, starting with verse 29 and continuing into the next chapter with verse 1. Bonnie Robinson is doing the Haftarah today, so she gets the last Aliyah. Tamohod Miriam bat Ephraim velvetol Maftirach Hizki. Let me do it. I think the first one is 6, right?
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Uvayom ashishi parim shmona elim shnayim kivasim bnei shana arbasar tmimim uminchatam v'nizkehem laparim lailim v'lakvasim b'misparam kemishpat usir chatat echad milvad olad tamid minchata unsacheha uvayom ashvi parim shiva elim shnayim kevasim bnei shana arbasar tmimim uminchatam v'nizkehem laparim lailim v'lakvasim b'misparam kemishpatam Usir chatat echad milvad olad tamid minchata v'niska bayom hashmini atzeret tieh lachem kol melechet avodah lo tasu v'kravtem olah yishereach nichoach l'Adonai par echad ayil echad kevasim bnei shana shiva tmimim minchatam v'nizkehem laparlayil v'lakvasim b'misparam kamishpat useir chatat echad milvad olad tamid uminchata v'niska Ele tasu l'Adonai b'moadechem levad menidrechem v'nidvotechem lolotechem uleminchotechem uleniskechem uleshamechem Vayomer Moshe el b'nei Yisrael kecho asher tziva Adonai et Moshe.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Kol kavod and yasher koch to all of our honorees to the Torah, Bonnie the most recent one, and everyone who's participated, and thank you to the Gabbis, Louise and Bonnie during the Torah service. In a moment, we'll be hearing the Haftarah. As I mentioned, Bonnie is chanting it this year, as she did last year, actually. And this Haftarah, I'll mention a little bit about it just before we get to it. Before we move on to that part, we're going to make the Misha Beirach now for all the people we know who are sick. So I'm going to read out their names, and then I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to call out names and add them to our prayers. And then in the Sidur, on page 34, we have the special Misha Beirach by Debbie Friedman that we do at this occasion. But first, let's call out the names of the people we're thinking of at this time, hoping and praying for a refuah shlema, a full and speedy recovery for each and every one of them. On my list this week, Aviva bat Malka, Liba bat Gito, Yaakov ben Sion ben Miriam, Karen bat Rivka, Yakira bat Sarah, Alan Rodkin, Eden Lerner, Selby Lerner, Andrea Garant, Brina bat Esther, Chana bat Brina, Bracha bat Gitel, Natan Beir ben Cyril, Michael ben Chana, Chaya Leah bat Fega, Errol Hyde, Beryl ben Dvorah, Esther Bela bat Sarah, Ed Sokoloff, Leah bat Rachel, Dvorah Gitel bat Leah, Binyamin Pinchas ben Dvorah Gitel, Tova bat Leah. These are the people we have on our list, but if you have other names of other folks you'd like to call out, I'd ask you to stand up at this time and we'll go through the chapel and into the sanctuary and we'll have an opportunity to add names. Elizabeth, please. Amen. Amen v'amen. Lois. Amen. Amen. Judy. Amen v'amen. Rose. Amen. Louise. Amen v'amen v'amen. Jerome. Amen v'amen. Lois. Amen. 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 If Bill were here, he would probably say Chana bat Edel, so I want to mention that for Bill. Is there anyone else that I missed? Okay, let's chant together. Let's pray together on page 34 in the Siddur. Mi sheberach avoteinu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Thank you, everyone. You're invited now to rise for Hagba and Glila, the lifting and dressing of the Sefer Torah. Yamdu amagbiya vehagolelet. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah udvar Adonai mi Yerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah udvar Adonai mi Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Please be seated. The Haftarah this morning is on page 968. So it's a little bit of a leap in the Chumash, and there's a reason for that. Page 968, the very beginning of a famous book of Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu. Bonnie will chant from verse 1, Psuk 1, through verse 16. So why is there a little bit of a leap? It's because, as Rabbi Mas mentioned at the top of our service, we've entered into the first of kind of two periods between now and the beginning of the new year, marked by Rosh Hashanah. First, a 3-week period, the low point, the 3 weeks between the 17th of Tammuz and the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av, which is the lowest day. We keep kind of going down and down and down, and he mentioned the reason for that. And so, while we're used to the Haftarah having a thematic connection to the Parsha, for the next 3 weeks, and then for the 7 weeks after that, there is no connection to the Parsha, there's a connection to the calendar. These 3 weeks are weeks of admonition, and 3 Haftarot were selected that talk about the danger of sin and what happens. And Jeremiah is the perfect guy because tradition says that he wrote the book of Eicha, the Megillah that we read on Tisha B'Av. He lived through the destruction of the first temple and watched all of his friends and family exiled by the Babylonians. So he's kind of a good guy to talk about, and they of course believe that it was punishment for sin. So he's a good guy to talk about it. So for the next 3 weeks starting today, we have 3 Haftarot of admonition. And then after the 9th of Av, we slowly work our way back up to the joy of Rosh Hashanah with 7 weeks of Haftarot of consolation. So it's interesting. So for the next 10 weeks, it's not so much the Parsha connection, but the calendar of the connection, and reminding us that we are 10 Saturdays from Yom Tov.
Oh, really?
So members, if you don't get your holiday seats confirmed by August 30th, they will be released to the general public.
There's always a commercial, isn't
It felt like a natural time to say that, right? But interesting, right? The beginning of Yirmiyahu, his call. Yirmiyahu is the figure in the literature of the Torah and the prophets and the writings closest in his life to Moses. They both had 40 years of service. They both had very, very difficult times where they're kind of in opposite, and they were both very, very reluctant to hear and heed the call of becoming a prophet. And we'll see that aspect here as we see the beginning of Yirmiyahu's story at the beginning of his book. Page 968. Bonnie, are you ready?
I hope so.
Okay. Strong and brave.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Divrei Yirmiyahu ben Chilkiyahu min hakohanim asher ba'anatot be'eretz Binyamin asher haya devar Adonai elav b'mei Yoshiyahu ben Amon melech Yehuda b'shlosh esrei shana lemocho Vayehi b'mei Yehoyakim ben Yoshiyahu melech Yehuda ad tom ashtei esrei shana letzidkiyahu ben Yoshiyahu melech Yehuda ad gelot Yerushalayim b'chodesh hachamishi Vayehi dvar Adonai elai lemor V'terem etzorcha v'beten yedaticha uv'terem tetzei merechem hikdashticha navi lagoyim netaticha va'omar aha Adonai Elohim hine lo yadati daber ki na'ar anochi vayomer Adonai elai Al tomar na'ar anochi ki al kol asher eshlachacha telech ve'et kol asher atzavecha tedaber al tira mipnehem gidcha ani lahatzilecha ne'um Adonai Vayishlach Adonai et yado vayaga al pihi vayomer Adonai elai hine natati devarai beficha re'eh hivkadaticha hayom hazeh al hagoyim v'al hamamlachot lintosh v'lintotz ul ha'avid v'laharos Livnot velintoa, Vayehi devar Adonai Elai lemor ma'ata ro'eh Yirmiyahu va'omar makel shaked ani ro'eh Vayomer Adonai Elai hetavta lir'ot Ki shoked ani al devari la'asoto Vayehi devar Adonai Elai shenit lemor ma'ata ro'eh Va'omar sir nafuach ani ro'eh ufanav mipnei tzafona Vayomer Adonai Elai mitzafon tipatach hara'ah al kol yoshevei haaretz Ki hineni koreh lechol mishpechot mamlechot tzafon na'um Adonai uva'u v'natnu ish kiso petach sharei Yerushalayim ve'al kol chomoteha saviv ve'al kol arei Yehuda v'dibarti mishpatai otam al kol ra'atam asher azavuni v'kateru le'elohim acherim v'yishtakavu lema'aseh yedehem Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol haolamim tzadik bechol adorot ha'el ha'ne'aman ha'omer v'yoseh hamdaber u'mkayem shekol dvarav emet v'tzedek Ne'eman atahu Adonai Eloheinu v'ne'emanim devarecha v'davar echad midvarecha achor lo yashuv rekam Ki al melech ne'eman v'rachaman ata Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'ne'eman bechol dvarav Rachem al Tzion ki hi beit chayenu v'laluvat nefesh toshia bimheira v'yameinu Baruch atah Adonai Mesameach Tzion bevaneha Samcheinu Adonai Eloheinu Beliahu Hanavi Avdecha Uvmalchut Beit David Meshichecha Bimheira Yavo V'yagel Libenu Al Kiso Lo Yeshev Zar Velo Yinchalu Od Achirim Et Kvodo Ki V'Shem Kodechecha Nishbata Lo Shelo Yichben Eiro Le'olam Va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Magen David Al HaTorah v'al HaAvodah v'al Hanvi'im v'al Yom HaShabbat hazeh Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Likdusha v'limnucha lechavod ultifaret Al HaKol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach Yitbarach Shimcha Befi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat
Great job, Bonnie. Thank you so much. Yasher kochech and kol hakavod to you. I mentioned that announcement about the high holiday seats. A couple of other announcements. That's very much in the spirit of Shabbat, as we're about to see. We're about to get a big announcement. Rosh Chodesh, right? We always announce when Rosh Chodesh is happening before the next Shabbat, as it is next Friday. Yom Shishi is Rosh Chodesh Av. Makes sense as we transition from Tammuz into Av, continuing kind of our downward descent. And in the spirit of announcements, a couple other things quickly to tell you about. Tisha B'Av, a reading of Megillat Echa, the Book of Lamentations, will be on Sunday, August 11th, part of the 9 a.m. Minyan, led by Rabbi Mas himself. So that's Sunday, August the 11th. Tisha B'Av always gets pushed to a Sunday when it actually falls on Shabbat. Then, after Tisha B'Av, we have Tu B'Av, the 15th of Av, the full moon in the month of Av, which we started last year kind of commemorating. It's the ancient celebration, the Jewish celebration of love and relationships. And so on Tuesday, August 13th at 7:30, we have our Tu B'Av event, which will include tango demonstrations and lessons, Argentinian desserts, music, dancing, and a great time. Couples and singles welcome. You don't have to dance. That's what it says, I'm told. Tu B'Av, Tuesday, August 13th, here at Sharet Zedek. And we've been telling you for the last couple of weeks, our last announcement, Rabbi Green, Rabbi Emeritus, and his wife Chaya Green are coming for a visit, August 11th through 25th. Rabbi Green will be in attendance for 2 Shabbat mornings, the 17th and the 24th, leading Torah L'Chaim both weeks, and offering the Dvar Torah on the second Shabbat, which is the 24th. My understanding is they have accommodations for the first week. Do you know this for sure? I think they have accommodations for the first week.
I heard some rumor.
Rumor. I heard they're staying with you.
Yeah.
Right?
You see, I pay
I'm looking at your wife. Are they staying with you? No? Yeah? The basement? No. But I think they still are looking for accommodations for the second week. So we've been saying this. If you know anyone with a house that needs house sitting or a place, give us a call here at the office. Let Ian Staniloff, the executive director, know and hook the Greens up. It ain't easy being green. Torah L'Chaim will be after Kiddush. Let's work backwards. Let's go forwards. L'Chaim Club with Rabbi Mas right after the service in the choir room. Kiddush, everyone, please stay in the auditorium. Torah L'Chaim afterwards. Today's topic is?
Pinchas. But we are talking about the daughters of Zelophehad.
Right, I mentioned that before.
And a little bit about Pinchas' character.
Okay, cool. So the parts that we didn't read, which is great, it really fills out the learning experience of today's parsha. So Torah L'Chaim, also with Rabbi Mas in the choir room after Kiddush. Minyan tonight, if you've got your site, 6 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, 9. Tomorrow night at 6. And you know the drill. Monday through Friday, Shacharit is 7:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday, Mincha Mariv is 6 p.m. Kabbalat Shabbat every week is 5:30 p.m. And Shabbat next week will be right back here in the chapel, 10 a.m. Thank yous. And then we're going to have the blessing of the new month. Thanks to Louise Raber for bringing it to the front of the chapel. Thanks to our greeters, Brian Rosenberg, Phyllis Laveman, Bill Wiseman. Thanks to Marvin Polanski, our audiovisual director. And thank you to all of you for participating in today's service. Now we invite you to rise and turn in your Siddurim to page 40 for Mivarchim HaChodesh, led by Alice Weissman, the blessing of the new month of Av, which again begins on Friday, Yom HaShishi.
Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu shetechadesh aleinu et hachodesh haba l'tova v'liveracha v'titen lanu chayim aruchim chayim shel shalom chayim shel tova chayim shel beracha chayim shel parnasah chayim shel chilutz atzamot chayim shesh bahem yirat shamayim vayirat chet chayim shein bahem busha uchlima chayim shel osher v'chavod chayim shetevanu ahavat Torah vayirat shamayim chayim sheimalu שעשה ניסים לאבותינו, וגאל אותם מעבדות לחירות. הוא יגאל אותנו בקרוב, ויקבץ נידחנו מארבע כנפות הארץ. חברים, כל ישראל, ונאמר ונאמר אמן. ראש חודש מנחם אב יהיה ביום שישי הבא עלינו ועל כל ישראל לטובה. יחדשהו הקדוש ברוך הוא עלינו ועל כל עמו בית ישראל לחיים ושלום, לששון ושמחה, וישועה ולנחמה, ונאמר ונאמר amen.
Alice. Please remain standing as Rabbi Mas continues with the Hallelujah on page 41 and we return the Sefer Torah to the ark.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו. הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לעמו. תהילה, תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל עם קרובו. הללויה, 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 הללויה. עץ חיימי למחזיקים בו, ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה, קדש ימינו, קדש ימינו, קדש ימינו כקדם. You may be seated. So I heard the story of these 5 friends that they decided to go camping the weekend before their final. And, well, you can imagine how it went. They stay up very late, they were partying, they were drinking, and then, of course, they slept the whole Sunday, so they didn't study at all for the finals, and they didn't make it back to campus until after the exams. So nevertheless, they decided to go to talk to the professor, and they came out with a great excuse. So they talked to the professor and said, well, you know what happened? We went to this very old house, very, very far away, to volunteer with a group of old people that they really need help. And then in our way back on Sunday, in the middle of nowhere, we got a flat tire. There was no cellular reception, so we couldn't call for help. There were no cars around, so it took us really, really long time to make it back to town. So we are really sorry we missed the exam. We would like to know if you would give us a chance to take it tomorrow. The professor thinks for a minute, and he said, sure, I'll do that. I'll take the exam tomorrow. The friends were so excited, so happy because of that. So then they went home, they study all day, and then the next day they come. The professor put the 5 friends in 5 different rooms, so he passed them the exam. It consisted only 2 questions. So there was the first question. It was extremely easy. It was, in fact, the easiest topic of the exam, and that was for 5 points. And then they flipped over the page, and it said, for 95 points, which tire? I like the domino effect when people start getting it. Okay, please rise for the blessing before the Dvar Torah. Repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu, v'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, la'asok, v'divrei Torah. Praise are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, instilling in us the holiness of mitzvot by commanding us to study words of Torah. You may be seated. So I want to talk to you today about the right friends. That's why they joke. I want to talk to you about the right friends, because I don't know if you ever realized that the kind of life that you're going to have depends a lot in the kind of people that you have around. We have lots of good intentions, and that's great. We have lots of dreams, lots of projects, but sometimes it depends a lot what kind of people you have around yourself in your life. To the point that we have to be very selective in the kind of friends that we have. Now, friendship is something very important for Judaism. In fact, if you read the Talmud, for the rabbis, it was unthinkable a life without friends. And there is a beautiful story that is in the Talmud. It's a beautiful midrash talking about a character called Honi the Megadel, or Honi the circle maker. There are lots of stories about him, but in this one it says that he fell asleep for 70 years. 70 years he fell asleep. When he woke up, you can imagine, it was a totally different generation. He didn't know anybody. Nobody knew him. He couldn't talk to anybody. It looks like he couldn't relate to people of different generation. Nobody came to talk to him. He couldn't make any friends. So Honi says in that moment that he prayed to God for death, to be spared for that kind of miserable life without any friends. Now, that story is picked up by the rabbis in the Talmud to talk about the importance of developing friendships in our lives. In fact, if you read in the book of Ecclesiastes in chapter 4, I believe it's verse 9, it will say there that 2 is better than 1. Because if one fails, the other one will help you up. And then Ecclesiastes continue and said, whoa, which pretty much like, oy vey, of the one who doesn't have a friend. Because if you fall, you have nobody to help you. Then if you keep reading in the Mishnah, Pirkei Avot, at the very beginning, chapter 1, you will say 2 things. There are 2 beautiful statements. The first one, you would say, get a mentor, get a friend. And immediately after, said, get away from a bad neighbor and never befriend an evil person. So you can imagine. The rabbis are saying to us, it's extremely important to be careful who are the people around you, because they have the power to help you succeed, but sometimes they have the power to make you fail. I don't know if you realize, if you go to study at the yeshiva, we have what is called the Havruta. I don't know if you ever realize they always study in pairs. But the funny thing is, they will never pair you with somebody that pretty much have the same character that you do. They will pair you with somebody who will be constantly challenge you. That's the way we learn, that's the way we grow. Because the friends are there, of course, to inspire us, to motivate us, but also to challenge us so we can get the best of us to reach our divine purpose. What am I telling you all this? Because something very interesting happens in this Parsha, Parshat Pinchas. And we know that Pinchas, I don't know if you talk about that. I have to run after my son for a while, so I mean it's part of the service. So about what happened before Pinchas did what he did.
I mentioned it.
Oh, very good. So it was a big betrayal to God. It was a big betrayal. And sometimes that happens with our friends, right? We believe in somebody, we trust in someone, and then we get betrayed. So in this Parsha, that's what happened. God trusted in a group of people, and God was betrayed by those people. Big plague came, big mess. You know how it went. But eventually, after that, there is a census. There is a census among the Jewish people because they will have another war ahead of them. So what happened is, sometimes in our lives, we have to stop and also make a census to see what people you have around us in whom we can trust. This is exactly what happened. They have this war ahead of them, and Moses and God, they wanted to know who will be there with them to help them succeed in the next task. So my question for you is, in your personal wars, in your personal battles, in your personal challenges, in that quest to achieve your goal, do you know who is around you? Do you know who will be there holding your hands to make you go into the other side? So this is what the Parsha, I believe, is telling us. That there are times that we have to stop, to look around, and to celebrate our friends. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are going to be next to us, no matter what, to hold us up, to help us succeed in life. So, something similar happens in this Parsha as well. When Moses was towards the end of his leadership, and the next one will be Joshua. Joshua wasn't a popular character at all. Remember the episode? Moses sent 12 spies, they came back, 10 said it's impossible, only 2 said yes, we can do it. One of them was Joshua. Nobody liked what he has to say, and because the people believed the wrong ones, again, another punishment for the Jewish people, so Joshua was not a popular person with that generation. But Moses was there, next to Joshua, no matter what, saying, Joshua, you can do it. You're the one, you have what it takes to succeed. And that's what a friend should be. So my challenge for you for the next week is celebrate your friends. Let them know how you appreciate all what they do for you. And at the same time, you should let them know that the same way you can count of them, they can count of you, no matter what. We should be blessed to be surrounded by people that they can help us to get the better of ourselves, and not with people that they will help us to create an excuse if we don't make an exam. Shabbat Shalom. Okay, Aleinu, page 44, please rise. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרוב השמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו Please remain standing for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 46. This week we mourn the passing of Shirley Permack and offer our heartfelt sympathy to her loved ones, David Permack, Sheldon Permack, and Kishar Mirza, Sharon Permack, Michael and Francine Permack, Neil and Elaine Margulis, Liva and Tommy Stillman. We extend our condolences to the families of Leonore Hector, and this week we commemorate the yahrzeit of Annie Zelikson, grandmother of Louis Raber and Elaine Gamer, and aunt of Eleanor Burke. Ruth Babs Asper, mother of Gail Asper. Zlatan Mori, son of Barry and Eve Ginden. Leon Pinkovich, grandfather of Leon and Miriam and father-in-law of Rochelle Pinkovich. Cecile Meyerowitz, mother of David Meyerowitz and mother-in-law of Irene Meyerowitz. Please join me in the recitation of the words of comfort, the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, again, page 46. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמא דיברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, ועגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. Please remain standing for the Kiddush, page 48. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ויום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו. סברי מרנן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על נטילת ידיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Shabbat Shalom everyone, please join us for Kiddush. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom, pam pam pam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom.
That's probably better for the rest of the world, though, really, right? To keep Zach locked up. You can tell him I said that as a joke. How are they doing? Yeah, that's great. Wow. He's June, right? He was born in June, wasn't he? Yeah. Beginning of June.
A day before my mom's birthday, actually.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thought it would end on the same day, but it didn't.
That's cool that it's not the same.
It's having fun.
Little ones are great. You know how it is.
I know how it is. They grew up quickly.
I know, right? So that's why I know. Yeah, maybe, right? You kind of keep the revolving door of children. Well, it's been pretty smooth for us, so we keep having this idea that we should take the plunge, but I don't know. We'll see. One baby at
Well, like Kramer says about Mary, you have to ask permission to use the bathroom. Can I use the bathroom? Can I use the bathroom? And
great.
You're going to go watch some TV while you're eating, because it's dinner time.
Yeah,
You know what you do at dinner?
Yeah.
You talk about your day. How was your day? Was it a good day or a bad one? I won't see you this Thursday either. We're likely going to Minneapolis first, depending on how many others live. Well, I mean, the thing is, well, I know, but the thing is too, again, I mean, how much have you been?
I know. Well, did you hear the end of our game?
You got Rob Baker.
I think it would have gotten to the fence and it would have cleared the bases and we would have at least tied it, or maybe even I would have walked
There
it
were
off.
obviously guys that were
And
back.
Griffin, I don't know how he got under it, but he caught it like this far off the ground.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
And it was amazing. But he dove for it, and so if he missed it, it was going to the fence. And even with my speed, when one of the slowest guy in the league. You and I should have a race. I think I would have made it. And if, yeah, exactly, me too. And if I had made it all the way around, that would have been a walk-off grand slam to win the game. We were down 3 when
the
I hit
bases were
that.
loaded.
The bases were loaded, and it was a perfect shot. It was the right center field gap. And like, if it's in the gap, it's gonna just roll.
Well,
right?
and if
Like,
there- and if there
we all
wasn't-
thought we had it split, like it was crazy.
And if there wasn't 2 out, then chances are, I'm guessing how deep it was. If there wasn't 2 out, then second and third for sure would have scored. Second could have scored 2, probably.
Yes.
Probably.